In this lesson, we're going to talk about multiplication of monomials. When we multiply two or more monomials, we can multiply constant by constant, number by number, and variable by variable. We can always use law of exponents if necessary. Okay, let's look at concept check problem. We have 2a cubed times 3ab squared. So we can rewrite this expression number times number, constant times constant first, times variable times variable. We have ab squared here, right? So 2 times 3 is equal to 6 times, when we simplify this expression right here, we can only multiply when we have a same base, right? So that's actually, this expression is actually equal to a cubed times a times b squared, right? So we can simplify these two terms. A cubed times a to the power of 1, that's going to be a to the 3 plus 1, 4, right? A to the 4. So that is equal to, this expression is equal to a to the power of 4 times b squared, right? So if we rewrite this expression, that's going to be 6a to the 4b squared. All right, example number 1. The question is to simplify the expression. So monomial times monomial, right? So we're gonna rewrite this expression as 4 times 5, number times number, times variable times variable, x cubed times x squared. So 4 times 5, that's 20, and x cubed times x squared, 3 plus 2, that's x to the power of 5. Number 2, we have 2, number 2, n times negative 4, n variable times a squared b cubed times a b to the 4, right? So that is equal to 2 times negative 4, that's negative 8. And a squared times a, 2 plus 1, right? So that's going to be a3 times b. We have b cubed times b to the 4. So 3 plus 4, that's 7, right? So b to the power of 7. So that is equal to negative 8a cubed b to the 7. Checkpoint 1. The question is to simplify the expression. For number 1, we have one term multiplied by one term, right? If we have one term, we say that this is monomial. So this is a monomial times monomial, right? So what we have to do is we multiply constant by constant and multiply x cubed, variable by variable, x to the 6, right? So let's try this. So number 1 is equal to, we have constant 2 times 4 times, we have x cubed times x to the power of 6. So 2 times 4, that's 8. And when we multiply the variables, we can use law of exponents. If it's a multiplication, we add 3 and 6, right? So that's going to be x to the 3 plus 6. So that's 8 times x to the power of 9. Okay, number 2, we have constant negative 2, 5. So that's negative 2 times 5 times, we have a variable x, same variable x squared, right? Times, we have a variable y squared times y cubed. So that's going to be negative 10 times x to the power of 1 times x to the power of 2. That's going to be x to the power of 1 plus 2 times y squared times y cubed. That's y to the power of 2 plus 3, right? So negative 10 times x cubed times y to the power of 5. Number 3, we have negative 2 and 1/2 here, right? So we're going to multiply this constant by 1/2, constant by constant, times we have a cube and a. So a cube times a times b to the 5 b squared. So b to the 5 b squared. So that is equal to 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 1 is 2. So that's negative 1, right? So we have negative a to the 3 plus 1 times b to the 5 plus 2. So that's going to be negative a to the 4, b to the 7. Number 4, before we multiply them together, we're going to have to eliminate this parenthesis, right? So let's try that. We have a negative here. If negative is multiplied odd number of times, then that's a negative, right? So negative 3 times 1. So that's going to be 3 cubed. 3 times 2, that's a to the power of 6. 3 times 3, that's b to the power of 9. Times 2 times 1, right? So that's 2 squared. 2 times 3, that's a to the power of 6. 2 times 1 again, that's b squared. Now we have constant here. That's negative 27, right? 3 cubed is 27. Times 2 squared, that's 4. Times, we have a 6 times a to the 6. Times, we have b to the 9 times b squared. So what's 27 times 4? 27 times 4 is equal to 4 times 7, 28. 2 times 4, that's 8. So 8 plus 2, that's 10, right? So that's negative 108. And we have to add these two, right? 6 plus 6, that's a to the 12. 9 plus 2, that's 11. So b to the 11.